Okay, I am calling to order the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting of Thursday, October 21st. It is 7 p.m. And let me start off with reading into the record the remote protocols. In accordance with the provisions allowed by Chapter 20 of the Acts of 2021, signed by the Governor on June 16, 2021, this meeting is a public meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals, will be held remotely. However, to view the meeting in progress, please go to facebook.com/LakeCAM. You do not need a Facebook account to view the meeting. This meeting will be recorded and available to be viewed at a later date. So we have two agenda items, two hearings this evening. The first one is the cost hearing. So I will open that one at this point in time. The Lakeville Zoning Board of Appeals, acting in accordance with Mass General Laws, Chapter 48 as amended, will conduct a public hearing on Thursday, October 21st at 7 p.m. to hear the petition of Donna J. Cost. Special permit under 6.1.3 and 7.4 is requested to construct a second floor addition with stairway storage over the existing garage on a pre-existing non-conforming lot as provided by the bylaws, by the Lakeville bylaws. The property site is 129 Staple Shores Road. Pursuant to the provision allowed by Chapter 20, etc., this is a remote meeting. So I believe I see Ms. DeCoste on the call, and you'll be speaking to this project yourself, or do you have someone else speaking on your behalf, ma'am?
Jefferson Crawford.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Jefferson Crawford with me.
Okay. Let me start off by saying Mr. Youngquist, who is a member of the board, is going to recuse himself, so he will not be participating in voting on this petition. And I am going to have Chris Sheedy vote for him. So, Mr. Cost, why don't you just give us a little opening as far as what you're looking to do, and then I'll read some items into the record and we'll go from there.
We are hoping to put a second floor on the existing garage by basically raising the roof. There is an attic in there now, but it's very short to use for storage so that we can finally use our garage for cars as it's intended. Not having a basement here on Staple Shore Road, we're limited in storage space.
Okay. Couple quick questions for you. Will there be any heat in that second floor? No heat, okay. Obviously there'll be electric, I'm assuming. You'll need lighting, no heat, okay. Let me read a couple of letters from some other boards into the record here. We have a memo from the Lakeville Board of Health dated October 18th. Board of Health received a copy of the petition for hearing for 129 Staple Shore Road. If the room above the garage is unheated, then it will not be defined as a bedroom. The septic system for 129 Staple Shores Road does not have the capacity for another bedroom, and the building plans show that the room meets all the criteria for a bedroom, with the exception of having heat. So if the room will never be heated, the Board of Health has no objections to the proposed addition to the garage. The Conservation Commission commented, email dated October 18th. They reviewed the application for the hearing on the reference property. The house is confined to a small fenced-in area which borders the pond on one side. It is understood that a second floor addition is proposed over the existing structure. Any work or storage of work-related materials outdoors will require the submission of an RDA of the commission. You aware of that? Okay. Well, just keep in mind.
I don't know what that is.
You just in a nutshell, if this is approved and you go forward, you'll need to make sure you notify conservation, and the building department can advise you what to do. You're going to have to do a little extra paperwork. I won't bore you with the details now, but
okay.
Want to make sure you don't do anything to the pond.
Right.
Let's see. I do not believe we have any other memos of comments. If I'm correct, right, Kathy? Those were the only two. Well, I only had one question, which the petitioner has already answered for me. I'll open it up to my board members if anyone else has any other questions. It seems like a pretty simple, you're going up a story or not even a full story to get some additional storage, but I'm not sure if anyone else has questions. I don't see anyone making a, Chris Carmichael, were you starting to raise your hand there?
Yeah, John, is the garage attached or detached?
Detached, it's across the street on a separate lot.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Chairman, just a point of order. I don't think we can control whether or not it's heated or not. I don't think that's in our purview. I think we can make it non-habitable in a condition. I don't think we can regulate heat or building materials. So I would just say, you know.
You're absolutely right. I agree. And if someone were inclined to make a motion, I think it would be fair to make sure that we put that in. But again, we can't control what happens after the fact, as we pointed out on numerous occasions. So, any other questions?
And then again, they're not changing the footprint. They're just going up a level. They're not jutting out at all. Just
No.
not changing the footprint. Okay.
Straight up.
And if no one else has any questions, I'd make a motion, Mr. Chairman.
And what would that motion be?
That would be to grant the petition with the condition that the space above the garage be storage and non-habitable.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Chris Carmichael made the motion. Chris Sheedy seconded. Any further discussion?
That was Mr. Noble that made the second.
Was it Mr. Noble or Sheedy?
It was a tie goes to the runner. I don't know.
All right, Chris Noble, nothing personal. You've had seconds. I'm getting
Sheedy for the record.
Sheedy for the
There you
record.
go. There you go.
I'm exercising all my privilege tonight. It's not going to be a long meeting, so. Carmichael has the motion. Sheedy has the second. We got to get some different first names for you two. All right. Any further discussion? All right, roll call vote in no particular order. Nora,
Aye.
Chris Sheedy,
Aye.
Jerry,
Yay.
Chris Carmichael,
Yes.
and I am in favor as well. So the motion passes unanimously. Mr. Cost, that was painless, I'm sure. So
Thank you.
I'm going to let Kathy let you know what the procedure is here. And don't forget, when you go to the building commissioner, make sure you take care of checking in with conservation.
Will do.
Yes,
All
thank you.
right. Thank you.
The ZBA will get this paperwork done like within 2 weeks, and then it's submitted to the town clerk. Then there is a 20-day appeal period. If there's no appeals, the clerk will sign it, and then you'll take that decision to the registry of deeds to be recorded. And then you'll get a receipt there that you'll bring to the building department.
Very good.
All set. Good luck.
Thank you all.
Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, the next agenda item has to do with a request for a special permit to do with marijuana transporter, marijuana product manufacturing. So let me scroll down. All right, the Lakeville Zoning Board of Appeals, acting in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 48, as amended, will conduct a public hearing on Thursday, October 21st at 7 p.m. to hear the petition of Bud's Goods and Provision Corporation. The special permit under 7.4.6 is requested to operate an adult use marijuana establishment as marijuana product manufacturer and a marijuana transporter at 475 Kenneth Walsh Drive, as provided by the Lakeville bylaws. The property site is owned by Green Peak LLC, and this is a remote meeting. I am not going to go very far into this at this point. I do want to read an email. I believe there is still some housekeeping that needs to be done with this petition. And we received an email from counsel on behalf of the petitioner asking please allow this email to serve as a formal request by Bud's Goods and Provisions for a continuance of tonight's ZBA meeting and they're asking to be placed on the next agenda for the next available meeting. So unless anybody has any questions in particular with any of the material that we have received at this point, and I would encourage us not to ask too many questions, only because if we keep this nice and clean and neat, then we can start it fresh. But we do have an obligation to at least open the hearing tonight. So hopefully there aren't any questions, and someone will motion that a continuance of this until next month's meeting.
I make a motion.
Okay.
Second.
Mr. Youngquist made the motion to continue. Mr. Carmichael made a motion to second. And Kathy, you got to take yourself off mute, and then you can ask me whatever question you want. You're on mute, Kathy.
Can you add the date to the motion? It's going to be November 18th at 7 PM.
Mr. Youngquist, will you revise your motion to include the date?
I have revised my motion to include the date.
Mr. Carmichael, you'll revise your second?
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion on the motion to continue? All right. Roll call vote. Nora,
Hi.
Jeff,
Aye.
Jerry,
Yay.
Chris Carmichael.
Yes.
I am in favor as well. Motion carries unanimously. Okay, moving right along. Have an agenda item to vote on the meeting minutes of the meeting, either way, of October 19th. Hopefully, we've had a chance to peruse and review, and if anyone's so inclined, I'll entertain a motion to approve these minutes unless there are any adjustments we need to have made.
Mr. Chairman, it's August 19th.
That's going to say August 19th.
It is August 19th. I need new glasses, or I just need to pay more attention. All right, August 19th. Would someone like to approve those or make a motion to approve those minutes?
I'll motion to approve.
Who do we have? Second?
Second it.
Okay, Jerry made the motion. Jeff seconded it. Any further discussion? All in favor? Nora?
I have to abstain. I was not at the meeting.
Okay. Chris Sheedy?
Approved.
Jeff?
Aye.
Jerry?
Yay.
Chris Carmichael?
Yes.
And I am in favor as well. So that motion carries with one abstention by Nora. All right, the last, or not the, almost the last agenda item, old business, the sign bylaw update. I guess my only comment on this would be, does anybody have any questions or comments, or have we sent any questions or comments over to Kathy so we can forward them along to the planning board?
No.
All right. I'll assume that no one has any comments or questions on this, and if we have any comments or questions that need to be passed along to the planning board, we have gotten those to Kathy. If not, we will forever hold our peace. Any other old business, Kathy?
No, that was it.
Anyone have any new business to bring before this board this evening? Told you guys, nice and quick, and ladies. All right, our next meeting is November 18th. Unless anyone has anything else to add, I will entertain a motion to adjourn at 7:14.
So moved.
Nora made the motion. Do we have a second?
Second it.
Good. I was getting nervous. We didn't want to leave.
Yes.
All right.
It's a new
So
record.
Nora made the motion to adjourn. Jeff seconded it. All in favor, roll call. Nora?
Yes.
Chris Sheedy?
Yes.
Jeff Youngquist?
Yes.
Barry Noble?
Yes.
Chris Carmichael?
Yes, with a new record, 7:14 minutes. Yeah.